In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, we bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who came in the divine person of Master Prophet Muhammad. We further bear witness that the Most Honourable Elijah Muhammad is the exalted Christ, the Messiah, and that the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan is a divine leader, teacher and guide. And we greet you once again, dear family, brothers and sisters, in the greeting words of peace of paradise of Assalamu Alaikum. How's everyone doing? Praise be to Allah. We'd like to just welcome you and thank everybody who could make it out this evening. We had a press conference earlier today to let the press know exactly what took place yesterday at our mosque. And we've also consequently had a meeting with the superintendent of the police. We're expecting Brother Hilary to be speaking shortly, and the purpose of this meeting is to inform the community of exactly what's taking place and how we can organize, okay? So if you could just be patient, Brother should be here shortly, and also afterwards any questions will be taken as well, okay? Okay, praise be to Allah.
Brothers and sisters, on the 21st of July, which was yesterday, a warrant was sought to obtained from Camberwell Green Magistrate Court by PC Julie Lyons, an officer at Brixton Police Station, to enter and search premises 1 to 5 Hinton Road in relation to any items for the cultivation and any drug paraphernalia in relation to illegal growth and supply of drugs. At 11:15 a.m. on the 22nd of July, which obviously was yesterday, the police executed the search warrant under the provision on Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act 1971. The search initially centered around a garage on the ground floor, which is next door to where our building is located. And the police entered into the building and apparently found firearms, and they secured the firearms by calling members of their firearms division. After finding no drugs within the garage premises, the officer in charge, Sergeant Burgess, noticed that there were closed shutters on the adjoining premises, and he took it upon himself to enter the premises, which is Muhammad Mosque, in search for drugs. Sergeant Burgess and his officers forced the shutters of the mosque door or to the mosque and smashed it in, and then smashed the door and proceeded into the mosque. Sergeant Burgess maintained before entering into the property he had no idea that the building was used as a mosque, although there is a large sign on the side of the building and a letterbox clearly marking Muhammad Mosque No1. The sergeant informed us that when he reached to the top of the stairs of the building, it was at that stage he realized that this was a house of worship. The sergeant then instructed his men to proceed with the search for drugs and not to force any locked doors of any rooms that are locked, but just to enter into rooms where the doors are open and sniff throughout the communal areas to see if they could find any traces of the smell of cannabis. I received a call approximately 11:30 and obviously proceeded down to find out exactly what was taking place. And obviously, you know, that was a difficult journey for me to make to Muhammad Mosque. And Sergeant Burgess informed me that he had reliable evidence that the address number 1 to 5 Hinton Road was being used as a cannabis factory, they said they were unable to comment any further regarding the intelligence that they had received. The search took place from 11:15 to 11:55 a.m. It was fully explained to the sergeant and the officers who obtained the warrant that Brixton Police and other intelligence agencies in this country are fully aware that the Nation of Islam premises are situated at 1 to 5 Hinton Road in Brixton. The officers in this police station are very clear where we are located, because members of the police station have visited Muhammad Mosque to be a part of drug-free programs that we've had at Muhammad Mosque. The sergeant went on to say to us, or to myself when I was there, that he didn't realize that this was a house of worship, so he directed his officers not to retreat, but only to go into any rooms that were locked. He then directed them only to go down corridors towards the toilets and fire exits and under their sense of smell to determine whether or not drugs were on the property. The sergeant has said that he has spoken to Inspector Dornan, who is the most senior officer that he could speak with, and informed him of what occurred at Muhammad Mosque. He is based here at Brixton Police Station, Inspector Dornan, and is the inspector who is over the borough of Lambeth. Now, the inspector stated that he knew that as a result of these actions, tension in the community would be high. At 7 p.m. at Muhammad Mosque yesterday evening, Mr. Paul Wilson, who's a superintendent, safer neighborhood and community cohesion officer, and our great brother, David McFarlane from the Black Police Association, both came to Muhammad Mosque and on behalf of Brixton Police Station apologized for the action that was taken unreservedly. A meeting was arranged to meet with Nick Effergrave, who is the Chief Superintendent and Borough Commander of Lambeth, to take place today at 10 a.m. this morning. This meeting took place at 10 a.m. this morning with Nick Effergrave. I met with him and he was very apologetic. He said he was very concerned, and it appeared that there had been a terrible mistake, and he deeply regretted and apologized for what has happened. I asked him if he was willing to put the apology in writing. He agreed. And we also discussed that a formal complaint would take place. We further discussed that the mosque door and shutters obviously would be repaired today.